Right here on the night team, President Donald Trump's trade tariffs causing a ripple effect around the globe. Major indexes on Wall Street plummeting big time today, the worst single-day losses since the start of the pandemic. Experts are warning that the pain from the tariffs are not over yet, and it'll all depend on how much tax gets passed onto the consumer. President Trump claims the tariffs would free the U.S. from dependence on foreign goods. Donald Trump doubling down and urging Americans to trust his plan.
I think it's going very well. The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom.
However, today, U.S. stocks plummeted nearly $2 trillion in value alone today. Investors say that they're concerned the tariffs could spark a recession. The Dow Jones Industrials closed down nearly 1,700 points. And it's not just Wall Street impacted. Kentucky stands to pay billions of dollars in new taxes because of the tariffs. A report from the Ohio River Valley Institute says the tariffs on Kentucky business would be the equivalent of a new tax of more than $2,300 on every Kentucky household. And the tariffs are expected to hit every industry, from the auto industry to steel to agriculture.
So if you're someone like a dairy farmer, and suddenly you've got 20% more dairy sitting around because you can't sell it to Canada anymore because nobody in Canada is buying it at a markup, right? They're going to buy Canadian dairy at a cheaper price. So you're not competitive. You've got 20% extra dairy sitting around, this excess supply.
Economists are also concerned with how other countries will retaliate. Germany's economic minister today threatening Donald Trump, saying he will buckle under pressure from Germany and Europe in an escalated trade war. Congressional leaders already fighting back. Yesterday, the Senate passing a resolution which begins the process of undoing Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs. 4 Republicans crossed the aisle to vote with all Democrats, including Kentucky Senators Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell. And now today, Rand Paul introducing new legislation which would require Congress to approve any new tariffs before they can be imposed. Yesterday, Rand Paul saying tariffs are not only bad for the economy, they are bad politically.
When McKinley most famously put tariffs on in 1890, they lost 50% of their seats in the next election. When Hans Smuley put on their tariff in the early 1930s, we lost the House and the Senate for 60 years. So they're not only bad economically, they're bad politically.
House Democrats are also hoping to force a vote which could end some of the tariffs Donald Trump has imposed. The top Democrat on the House Foreign Affairs Committee plans to force an end to President Trump's national emergency declaration, which Trump used to add a baseline 10% tariff on all U.S. imports.